Destroy the copy's targets. Earn become. Right click to aim. The service weapon regenerates ammunition automatically when not in use. Whoops. Almost ran over the edge there when I scratched my ear. My itch in my ear. It's causing me death. This reality is not real. It is the astral plane. Oh, I see someone. Recharging. Recharging. Ooh. I will punch you in the chest. Ooh, man. I said the game doesn't have jump scares except if they are right behind you. Oh, he's got a gun. Hello. Okay, it's shooting back at me. Enemies drop health elements when damaged. Collect health elements to restore health. This blue thing. Okay. You, we wield the gun. You. The board appoints you. Congratulations, Director.
Something's coming. This threat. An attack. Duty as Director. Keep the Bureau safe.
Did you hear that? It's the dead man. Right after the pyramid spoke to me, and it was just noise, and I understood every word. And this gun's alive. You know what? I'm happy. Happy to be here.
Answers to the voices in my
Things
head.
have quieted down outside. Is it safe to go?
So it said we passed tab, toggle map. So I'm just going to make a note because I did see outside around. Can I highlight on the map? Okay. So it's sort of just south of the director's office here. There was a level 1 clearance door that I want to access that I can't access yet. Level 1 clearance door. Right, south of director's office. So I'm going to make notes if I see something that I could access later to come back to. Because you progress through this map and through different sectors as well. So this is sector executive. And we want to proceed further in these other sectors as well. Welcome to the oldest house. Check. Did we get anything new? Collectibles. Research records. Director Trench photograph. So much is expected from the director. The responsibility. The privilege. Zachariah Trench. We've seen that one. Case files. Service weapon. Service weapon OOP-1-KE. Containment procedure. No unique procedures required. The object's form is variable. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to blank. This object must only be bound by individuals seeking the role of blank. The object will determine whether blank. If rejected, the applicant is terminated. This process is dictated by the blank, though their criteria is unknown. Background. The object was discovered inside the oldest house, in the room that is now used as the director's office. The popular hypothesis, blank, many forms throughout history, blank, Mjolnir, Excalibur, Varunastra, all weapons that blank, of their wielders. If objects of power are the convergence of forces based on the collective subconscious, then this may be the original manifestation of that event. If this is the case, blank, See Dr. Darling presentation 11.1 for more details. Also, the weird thing now is we are now in the pictures because we accepted the service weapon, which actually, according to the case files, makes us director of the Federal Bureau of Control. It's safe to go outside. There's a green light. This is the weird thing that I don't like every once in a while. It's just like a red everywhere. Like, ah! It's alright, it's alright. We've got a gun. Ah, what is that?
You can't let this happen. 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 You stopped it. You... Oh, thank you. That was... horror. Get the fuck away!
Research and records. He's God. Enemies drop health and moments. Grip. Level 1. Grip is reliable with semi-automatic fire that is deadly at short and long range. Assets. Conceptual material house memory. Cat 2 research. Containment, maintenance, mold. I've not actually looked at this in detail. This is construction material for stuff later. But what I didn't actually notice is on the right hand side where it says conceptual material house memory. That's the name of it, the house memory. Everything's conceptual material. However, the cat 2 and then the last word executive. That's the names of different sectors actually, I think. Don't know where the mold sector is. I haven't played that far, but I've seen the others in the maps. Later, because later you need to upgrade your weapons and stuff. You need some of these materials, specific materials in certain quantities that I didn't know. Is like how do you actually farm it on purpose? And it tells you. Go to the executive wing. Go to research. Go to containment, etc. Okay, research and records. His guard. Field research on his entity. His corrupted security guard. Confidential. Summary. The Bureau has many internal security personnel. The His was quick to take advantage of this fact. His guards used the standard issue bullpup rifles they carried prior to corruption, while the armored guards carried pump action shotguns. They have no observed paranatural abilities with the exception that certain His guards are protected by a shielding of dense His resonance, capable of stopping bullets. Is this shielding a result of prolonged His corruption? Does the His mature inorganic hosts over time? More data is needed. Did the His target individuals with combat training? Does the His have that level of cognizance? Does it utilize hosts for tasks that are best suited to? Combat trained hosts are reserved for combat? These are all questions for later, though it's obvious that corrupted individuals retain knowledge on the use of their weapons. Refer to file blank for full report. Compiled by Emily Pope, research specialist, by order of director Jesse Faden. We've got 300, I think this is called source material. 303 triangles. Okay. Central effect. So now we've unlocked the map at least. Can't go there yet. Anything's changed over here? Yeah, so look, all these pictures, we're now in the picture. Director Jesse Faden. The alarm's still going then. And even though we are the director, we haven't got level 1 yet. You are not cleared for that. You haven't got the clearance. and we came via a long doorway, or was it? Yeah, there was a elevator entrance way there, which is a bit weird. Things could change. Okay, and this is typically the type of thing that freaks me out. Angles, man, angles. I like the red. Don't like those red.
The hotline.
Huh?
Secure line of communication. Guidance. Reach the hotline.
The hotline, says the dead man. Okay.
Somebody spilled their coffee. Can't they evacuate in an orderly manner? Check. Offers the rules of conduct. Delays caused by house shift do not count towards overtime. Acoustic guitar for sale. Reminder to all staff. Food left in the refrigerator in containment. Break room 3B has been known to vanish. Plan accordingly. Spinning out of control? Yes. Book club. Can we read book club note? Enjoy literature, feign intellectual conversation. The Bartwell's book club. We meet in the Dead Letter archives every Thursday after work for stimulating books from a platform of genres. If people maybe curious, bookworm, speak with Penny Wardwell to learn more. Okay, let's say hi and welcome some new people in the oldest house. Who are they? Ted, Jenna, Leonard, Usation, Ari, Alex, Lucas, Anne-Marie, and Teeny. Your hands spread the mold. Remember to wash your hands. Your hands spread the mold. Be sure to wash hands carefully with soap. Make sure to wash all fingers, nails, palms, backs, wrists. Rinse thoroughly and dry. Okay. Yeah, there we are. Ooh. Executive affairs. And this is the other thing that freaks me out, these bodies hanging in the air, man. Ah, I don't see it. Ouch. The other thing that gives it away is if the music keeps going, that's there's still mobs around till the music stops. Like that. Ooh. And these things you can actually destroy it. Can't do anything beyond that. Occasionally there's like loot and stuff in the bathrooms as well, which is why I keep going to all the different sections. Fire. Executive meeting minutes. Collectibles. Federal Bureau of Control agenda items for next executive meeting. Rising cost of AWE response, update on mold eradication efforts, upcoming annual salary review, new supplier of coffee filters to be found and vetted. Please come prepared, thank you for your time. To executive staff from admin, subject executive meeting agenda. We've got 1000 source points. We are now the director. Ray tracing, man, look at that ray tracing. So beautiful. Anything? Ooh. Yeah, sometimes you have to look at the angles as well. There's when you go in a bit deeper, there's upstairs stuff or stuff higher up as well. What's in there?
Reminder: if you experience an unanticipated building shift, follow these simple steps. 1. Search the room for any altered items or objects of power. 2. Carry the altered item or object of power to the nearest safe room. 3. Wait for Bureau staff to find you and the object. If there are no altered items or objects of power in the vicinity, then reach your supervisor via the nearest intercom and await further instructions. Thank you for your attention.
So now that they've given us the clue, so what happens in this building, what we saw near the entrance, what was confusing, is this building shifts, which is why passages and routes and stuff can change. And that's what that just told us. So I love that they reveal little snippets of the lore and how the world works like that. And a lot of times it's just confusing. Also, you can interact with the glass if you're interested in it. So everything is unbreakable or pushable. Kind of. See, I kick the books of folders. And there's still loads of people just floating in the air. They don't actually do anything, I just don't like them. File. Don't let mold hit your ride. Perform daily body checks for foreign plant matter. Dinner reservations. Dinner reservations at 7 PM at Chez Ambray. Wife will meet you there, don't be late. Flowers are ready for you at the lobby reception. She's turning 46. Underlined. Multimedia. Building shifts. Okay, that's the one we just listened to. Okay. Is there anything in the middle? Don't think so. So as an example, what's your angles? Also, there's something up there which I actually haven't gotten to yet, even in my previous playthrough. So I'm going to just make a note. Look at the map. So in executive affairs, executive affairs. I didn't know that. I saw another streamer actually point that out. There's a loot box up there. Loot box. Up high. So you watch your angles and watch your feelings. Shelter. Max occupancy 6 person. Shelter model M72 shelter. Shelter ID. Protection rating MIL. Standard 810-3. Marshall AWE investigation. For Marshall's eyes only. Marshall, we checked out the suspected AWE in Duluth. Wasn't anything, just like the house fire before this and the malfunctioning clothes dryer before that. My team is getting pretty sick of duds. We need to find a better way to sort the fake AWEs from the real thing. Or you need to rotate these field agents off for a bit. Anyway, we're en route to Sherman Ranch, next one on the list. Let's hope it's a little livelier there. Sincerely, Special Agent Keenum. To H. Marshall from Al Keenum. Subject, another dud. Okay, so this is the loot box types. Rate of fire boost. G to open loadout. G, loadout. Ah, so this is weapon mods potentially. Rate of fire boost plus 11. Grips level. Grip is reliable with semi-automatic fire that is deadly at short and long range, and this is rate of fire boost plus 11%. Okay. Press the button. Ah, it just closes the door. Okay. Shelter service hatch. Locked, unlocked. Manual emergency override. I think that's a bed. Fall down. That can't be opened. Okay. The other thing, sometimes you can even break this. Even though you don't get any loot from that. You can even shoot down speakers and stuff. And since my ammo is infinite, just keep doing that if I want to. Hold on. I'll check everything. Oh, what is this? Ah, so this is undefined reading. Executive. Category 1. Executive. Undefined reading. So this is crafting materials that now says, or confirms my hypothesis that it says can be found in the executive room. Because we just picked that up. So when you kill enemies, they sometimes drop these things. Conceptual material. Oh, this one as well. Got to do that. Check for loot. That wasn't me. Wasn't me. Okay. Is that stapler a stapler or an altered item? Don't take office equipment outside of the building. Oh man, the red stuff. Central executive. Just the way they announce these things with the red overlay as well. It's like, what? Did I mean to go there?
The hissing sound that tried to invade me earlier. The hiss. Burrowing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? Alright, it's our enemy. That was contagious. It burrows in like an infuriating melody that makes you hum it over and over.
This urban legends. Examination of paranatural topics. Urban legends. Summary. Urban legends are believed to affect the creation of altered materials, but can also dictate the characteristics of an altered world event, or AWE. Urban legends are understood as the modern evolution of Jung's archetypes. We recognize certain blank informed by our own blank and popularized by our media. We have additionally proven that urban legends can be artificially blank in popular culture using blank, our Bureau-made anthology television program. Once the seeds are sown, human imagination exacerbates the results, or the details. Certain paranatural phenomena contain clear elements of popularized folklore, AWEs that only occur on blank, a pair of scissors that consume human blank, through 2 punctures on the blank. These details, living in the minds of so many, have been given strength through belief. Urban legends are not just stories for children, they are paranatural realities waiting to happen. Refer to file 4-93-6942 for full report. Compiled by Paula Bronte and Lorenzo Dunn, researchers, by orders of Emily Pope, the research specialist. Delays caused by our shifts, blah blah blah. Yeah, so once you've looked at it, mostly the same stuff. Socks and ballerinas, live at the oldest house. It's been wiped clean, it's been wiped clean. Somebody tried to erase their traces. But dark, sorry. I mean to mess up your office. So that's the other thing, there's radios throughout this place that you can turn on, and generally if it doesn't play like actual radio, it means there are probably enemies nearby. Probably. Okay. That activated them, sorry. Okay. What? Not fair, not fair. Throwing a grenade my way. Ooh. Do I have to jump over this? There's more? Is that the car? Ranger second class. Come on, Ranger second class.
Must cleanse control points.
Must cleanse control points.
An enemy. Corrupt. Spreading.
Cleanse the control point. What does that mean? Help me fix it.
Black pyramid. Upside down pyramid. Do you see that? It's kind of black in your face. Get the clip.
Holy shit! You did it! We did it!
Hello? Can you hear me?
Interactive cleanse control points to fully restore health. On death, Jesse will restart at the control panel.
Are you still sane?
Are you still sane? Are you still sane? Speak with the voice on the safe room intercom.
Please, talk to me. We saw you deal with the compromised agents.
Is it safe? Is it safe? Okay, let's do this.
Is it safe to...
Is it safe to come out?
I can't tell you how happy I am to talk to somebody sane.
The feeling's mutual. Yeah, I'm Pope, Emily Pope, Dr. Darling's assistant.
My turn. Should I lie? Jesse Faden. I'm just visiting. I should have lied.
Oh shit! You're the new director. Hold on, we're coming out. Director Faden.
Call me Jessie.
Okay, Jessie. I'm Emily. Look, somehow this hostile force, this
Hiss?
that works. Somehow the hiss managed to infiltrate the building without any warning.
And just like that, my name for it is official. The hiss.
The hiss.
Like the sound of poison gas leaking in.
We're in full lockdown. It seems to have spread everywhere and to everyone not protected by an HRA. And, extraordinarily, you. You are the director, and that makes you special by definition. Trench is no longer the director, obviously. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. This whole situation is just a lot.
Trench is dead. Shot.
Ah.
I found his body. And the gun. Do I tell her it looked like a suicide?
The service weapon.
Also, and this can sound crazy, but he keeps appearing to me, saying things. It's hard to make out, but he told me to cleanse the control point, push the hiss out. The whole room shifted around.
You did that? And you entered the building when it was already in the lockdown before you became the new director? How?
I'm not ready to tell her about you yet. A janitor let me in.
I love it. This is fucking unbelievable. It's...
Artie.
I can't even... Look, Jessie, I have a million questions, and you probably have a million more.
Like, do you know my brother Dylan? Not yet.
But there's something I need to ask you to do first. If you can cleanse a control point, then you can maybe cure those infected or possessed by the hiss. Because if that's possible, our options are very different.
Emily Pope. I don't know her, but I like her already. She's the opposite of the faceless agency I've blamed for what happened to me for so long. But I can't trust her yet. Or rather, the bureau she's a part of. Yes. I can try. I'm speaking for you, of course.
The
We
voice
can
in
try
head.
it together. Okay. You with me? We did it before. Push the hiss out.
Okay. Just going to take a short bio break before we continue. I will be back in 2 to 5 minutes.